did we do, like, did I talk last week about favorite kills in the Friday the 13th movie? It's a great
No,
topic.
you did not.
I don't think we did that. I know.
Oh, my God. Oh, just go for it. Just do it. If that's what you want to do, do it.
I don't remember any of them.
You're so agreeable. Hang on. Let me bring it up.
I'm agreeable. But we're really going to... Isn't there another list you might want to pick? Like, you know...
What, best Ozu films? No, let's do
best Ozu films. Best Ozu films versus Friday the 13th kills.
All right, I won't do the obvious because Hollywood Reporter just came out with a list of the best Friday the 13th kills. I'll go with the blogger. I'll see what they probably have their finger more on the pulse.
Go with the winner.
Okay, here's for a few moviesmore.com. They published this last April in 2012, actually. This is their top 13 Friday the 13th kills. Some people take this shit really seriously.
I've noticed that in the last decade.
I even, in that conversation I had with the makers of the movie, we talked about favorite kills, and I actually have one. And if it's on this list, I'll bring it up. Number 13 is A Spear to the Eye in Friday the 13th Part 3.
So that's the one I was going to say, because I remember the eye. That's the only one I can remember, because it was in 3D, I remember the eye coming at the camera. You know, on the tip of the arrow or whatever.
Okay, thank you so much for that detailed description. Ladies and gentlemen, Dean, can we give your number out on the air so people can continue this conversation?
Number 12.
That's the only one I can remember, though.
The Smiley face death from Friday the 13th Part 6. It's a poor, unfortunate paintball player in Friday the 13th Part 6 was unlucky enough to stumble across Jason in the middle of his latest killing spree. Following an altercation, Mr. Paintball is delivered a swift death when Jason slams his head into a tree with superhuman force, and it leaves a bloody smiley face on the tree.
Wow, that's awesome. Wow.
That doesn't show you that these movies are like meant for like comedy, really. Then what else?
We're
really doing it.
Number 11. Hang on, Jerry. 11 more to go. Number 11.
God.
The hacksaw twist from Friday the 13th Part 4. He's too focused on the lovely lady he's going to score with that he fails to notice the crazed, unlikable psychopath that just wheeled into his morgue. His punishment is his head is cut halfway off with a hacksaw before being twisted a full 180 all the way around. Okay, I get it.
I get that.
I love this shit.
You get that. Number 10.
So lovingly described.
This is a good one. The handstand disembowelment from Friday the 13th Part 3. It's the guy that's doing handstands down the hall, and Jason Voorhees slashes the machete down his crotch across his body and splits him in two.
I'll be right back. I don't want to miss any of this, but I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, Dean. I'll go through the rest with you. Number 9 is from the original Friday the 13th. This is when Mrs. Voorhees dies, and of course she gets beheaded.
Oh, yeah.
And remember that original Friday the 13th wasn't about Jason Voorhees at all, because it was the mother of the killer.
Right. Yeah. That's extremely memorable.
I can't tell if you're being facetious or what. Number 8 is from Friday the 13th Part 6, a heart ripped out. I don't think we need any more explanation. Somebody gets his heart
ripped out.
Yeah.
And it beats lovely in his hand as the golden beads of blood come up to that.
Yes, it's the homage to Mola Ram in Temple of Doom, I'm sure. Number 7, this is a good one. It's Kevin Bacon. It's the arrow through his throat in the original Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah, that was shocking actually.
Yeah, that was good. Number 6.
It's under the bed, right? So
yes.
Is that the one that's under the bed? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Number 6, Jason dies in Friday the 13th Part 4. So let's see how he died. There was the movie that was dubbed The Final Chapter.
Wow, I didn't miss much. Okay.
No. Young Corey Feldman drove a machete through Jason's head before stepping back and watching the crazed killer slide down the blade. Oh, that's right, because he lands on it on the ground. Slides all the way through. As has been known to happen.
That happens every week. I hate it when that happens.
I've got a splitting headache. Number 5. Friday the 13th, Part 2, The Wheelchair Ride of Doom. It's the guy that gets a machete in the face in the wheelchair. There's something delicious about that. I mean, no one's safe in those movies, even if you're, the sympathetic character in the wheelchair. You're still going to get killed. Number 4. There's an eye pop scene in Friday the 13th, Part 3. I think that's what you're referring to, Dean.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
Yeah. Jason
where he
just
crushes the head and the yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that was very that really seared itself into my brain.
That was an eye popping sequence. Number 3 is from Jason X. It's the sleeping bag smackdown. This is a good one, where the girl's in the sleeping bag and he zips her up and then he smashes her against the tree.
Oh yeah, that I remember. Oh my.
Yeah. The next one is actually my favorite kill, and it's also from Jason X. This is their number 2. It's the cryogenic face smash. It's when he dips her face, her head in that cryogenic freeze liquid, pulls it out and it's frozen, and then smashes it on the table and it shatters all over the table. It's a good scene.
I can see where that would be memorable.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. My God. And
keep
is
in
that
mind,
the one that takes place in space?
Yes, it does. Keep in mind that it has to be the greatest job ever, because these are grown people whose job it is to come up with inventive ways to kill on screen.
Yeah.
Their number 1 is from Jason Takes Manhattan. It's the rooftop. It's the knockout punch that beheads the guy who's fighting him. Remember that? Okay.
Wow, number 1, huh?
Wow,
I think we spent less time on the 10 best movies, 10 best David Lean movies than we did on the kills.
Yeah, I mean, well,
you got to give it its proper due. That's a great list. That's the one list that's missing from your website at Filmicability, Dean. Get on that.
Oh, yeah, I should actually. I should probably do a list of great movie kills, But I'm just not that guy, really. I'm not really that guy.
What are great movie kills outside of Friday the 13th that you remember?
They're all in the Godfather movies, really.
Well, there was a Halloween kill that was extremely funny, where a rollerblader gets killed, and instead of, if he was an ice skater, you could see, Michael using his ice skate to kill him. But instead of that, he's a rollerblader, so Michael embeds his rollerblades into his head. So I thought that was bizarre. How did that work? How is that lethal? How are you going to get rollerblades into somebody's head? I just don't get it. But no, that's not one of the best kills. I mean, I don't know.
I think when Don Lucchese gets in Godfather Part 3 with the eyeglasses is still one of the all-time inventive kills, without a doubt.
You mean in the original Godfather? You mean
no, the third one.
Mo Green?
When number 3, when Callow goes in to get Don Lucchese, and how is he and he uses his own eyeglasses on him. I think that's great.
Yeah,
I've always loved that.
I don't know. I couldn't come up with the best kills. I don't know. That's for somebody who's a lot more sadistic than I am.
I tell you what, the scariest moment for me is the the first murder in Chainsaw, and where he slams the steel door and the music.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's frightening. That scene in Carrie where the coach is cut in half.
Oh yeah.
At the prom, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there are a lot of scenes in that movie.
Oh, you mean when the thing comes slamming down her? She's not really cut in half. It's just sort of
effectively she would be. I mean, it's not grotesquely done, but
yeah, you don't see her. Of course, probably in the new movie they'll do it where she is cut in half, and you'll see like her spine and everything, and she'll be like there in two pieces. But yeah, geez, I just can't think of any great kills. I just love, Oh, I love this movie because the killer's so great.
By the way, they have a new promo for the new Carrie movie where you call a number to wish Carrie a happy birthday or something.
Did you call it?
Yeah, I called it, and it's a recorded message. And at first, it took me aback because it was a girl that answered the phone and says hello, and I really thought I had the wrong number. And so I hung up, and then it rang back. You know how you can hang up, but the call's not over, so your phone rings again. You pick it up, and then I picked it up, and it was like a scene with Julianne Moore saying, "Don't call this house again." And you heard Carrie screaming in the background, and it was a little creepy. And then at the end of the message, it said, "If you want to continue receiving calls from Carrie, press 1 to opt in." And I thought this feels like very much an old school marketing ploy.
Yeah.